Hey guys, we're at the New York premiere of The Immortal Life of Henry Lax. We're on the red carpet. Check out our interviews.
Because there's no story without a struggle, and you know, I honor my own struggle. I honor my own difficulties. I honor my own challenges, because I recognize that there is not one thing that has ever happened to anybody that cannot be useful in the future. So, because everything that's happening to you is happening to you as well as for you. So I tell stories with women who have been through turmoil, who've had, you know, difficulties and challenges, and end up victors in their own heart, in their own way, if not even for the face of the world, but for themselves. You know, and if you look at Deborah's story, a lot of people say, oh, she died before she got to see what happened. I know, certainly do believe in my heart, that she died with a sense of peace, knowing that the work that she'd come to do, to tell her mother's story, to get that story done, had been completed. And then she left the planet.
What is your name, Mr. Nocturnal?
It's OJ.
No.
It is.
OJ Nocturnal?
It is OJ. That's my real name.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
OJ. What's it stand for?
Oliver Jr.
Not Orenthal Jane.
No, but it was inspired by Orenthal Jane.
Oh, all right.
They were a big fan.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the
Oh, well.
Yeah, oh, well. I just want to bow down. You are just killing it.
Thank you.
I mean, everything you do, from like House of Cards to Fantastic Four, you're just killing it, everything.
Thank you, man.
Talk about how you pick a role.
That's interesting, man. I pick a role when they pick me. You know, you go to the audition, and if you audition for 10 things and you get 3, then that's good. You know, so this is one of the few times when George called me up and he said, do you want to do this? And I was, of course.
Yeah.
But then it's you know, the picking a role thing, man, that's deep. I remember when I first became a professional actor, you wouldn't play a coon part. You would not play something that
might set you back. I might put you
that was going to put the black community in a certain light.
Right.
And then it sort of changed, and the industry changed, and America changed. And so now, when you say, I still don't want to pick a role where it's going to be a coon show, but when you broke. And the Legend of the Wrench is truly hardcore, as they say. What do? And there's this thing that goes against your own personal standards. Do you say, no, I'm not going to audition for that? Or do you say, let me audition for that because I need this money, I need this health care, I need this health insurance?
Yep, health care.
You know, to get your health insurance, you have to have a certain amount of weeks.
Right. On your tag, yeah.
Right, so it's a question that I've always felt it's not an easy answer. Basically, though, for this long answer, it's easier when George Wolfe calls you and says, "Yo, bro."
We got Oprah attached.
Right.
It's kind of easy to say.
Yes.
Where, when.
Yes, exactly.
How long?
Exactly.
Tell me why this story is so important for us to all know and see.
Well, the privilege of where we were, and still are to some extent, of someone being able to come into your body and take your stuff and not tell anybody. The tragedy of that, the theft, more than just her cells were stolen, but her legacy, and the family's legacy. And for all those years, no one knew. That is a sin. It's a sin. And so the story should be told just for that. But then the story should be told for the joy that comes from discovery.
Yeah. How important your mom was.
Right.
Yeah.
So the joy of education then comes in. So the story's about learn about yourself, learn about your people, and then see what that lifts your spirit. So it's not just about bioengineering and black people finally getting their due, but it's about what one can do with a little bit of faith, with a little bit of hope, and with some love.
Well, because one, I mean, it's hard to, it's kind of dumb to use the word important, but this is, and because, you know, everybody says everything is important, but this is, you know, it's a story of a woman who died when she was 31, and her cells have transformed modern medicine. I mean, you know, you start there. Then you move on to her daughter, who is ferociously determined to know her story, who does not have one memory of her mother. So it has this incredible emotional angle to it. And then you have just the fact that for 20 years, while this woman's cells were saving people's lives, her family knew nothing. So those elements combined just make it like, you know, it's like, do it now. You know what I mean? Don't sleep, don't eat, do it now.
Now, how did you and Oprah join forces? How did that happen?
Well, Oprah and I have been talking about doing a show on Broadway together, and for whatever reason that didn't happen.
Yes.
And then she was attached to this as a producer, and then they spoke to me, and then they said she might be in it, and then I talked to her about what I thought it was about, and she talked to me, and then we ended up working together, and it was wonderful.
We had a power meeting, and you made it happen.
We had a meeting. I don't know if it was a power meeting. It was a fun conversation just about the material and the story and why it needed to be told.
So what about that Broadway play? What's next? What are
You need to talk to her. Well, I think so. We should, exactly. I'm going to do the Oprah Winfrey story, and she's going to direct me in that. How about that? How about that?
That I would pay.
Exactly.
George C. said, Courtney, I need you. I need you to come to Atlanta. I said, I tried to do everything I could to make sure I couldn't, I'm not available. And then they said, my assistant said, Courtney, George C. wants to talk to us. Okay, I'm going. I know I'm going. So.
And how long was the filming process for this particular project?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
About total 2 days, something like that. 2.5 days.
And that's what you deliver in 2 days, like that?
2 days, baby.
I mean, I knew you had it like that, but
I got it like that.
you've been having such, great moments on TV lately with OJ and now this. Talk about the platform TV and what it's done for you and versus film versus TV.
This is the day TV is coming to its own now. There's more wonderful projects. All the best writers are on television now and cable. That's what it is, and so that's why all the top actors and directors are here, because that's where the stories are. And I just saw Pierce Brosnan is doing AMC's The Sun, so I can't wait to see that. I mean, it's just
where it's at.
It's where it's at.
Be like Deborah. Don't give up until you know your story. Know your story as deeply and as fully as you possibly can, because it empowers you.
Now, the last thing, Oprah did a phenomenal job as Deborah. How would you rate her as a teacher?
I think she's an extraordinary actress, and she needs to do more and more and more and more.
With you?
With me and with everybody. I think she's brilliant. I think she's astonishingly brilliant.
Whatever part, whatever character, whatever scene, whatever moment, if it's family, if it's the cells, if it makes you think more about your own family legacy, whatever it does. I mean, I'm just creating the story and hope it lands someplace that it leaves a heart print. Thank you.